Welcome everybody! Today I'm so excited that you are here because we are making an adorable, personalized cubby. Welcome back everybody. I'm so excited to make this very special project for you. I think it's more than just an embroidery project. I think this is such a keepsake project. Imagine a really cute birth block for that newborn baby, or a really cute saying for that little person in your life, or an applique personalized with their name. The best part is you get to personalize these adorable cubbies just for that little person in your life. Let's get started. Let's start with the supplies needed. First of all, you need to have a cubby. So the Cubby website is a wholesale site, but if you don't have a wholesale account, that's okay. Most online embroidery stores that sell embroidery blanks also sell these little guys. We'll drop the link in the description below where you can purchase this little cubby. They make a variety of animals, from bunnies to puppies to bears and anything in between, and they're always adding new bunnies. The best part about this stuffed animal is how embroidery friendly this little guy is. There is a hidden zipper that you simply unzip, and there's two pods inside the body. There's the belly pod, and you simply remove pod 1, and then you remove pod 2, which is in the head. And when you remove all the pods, you have a nice surface to embroider, and then nobody actually sees the back of it. And that's why I love these stuffed animals. So first up on your list is a cubby. Next up on our list is stabilizer. I'm going to be using two types of stabilizer for this project. The first one I'm going to be using is Sulky's Cutaway stabilizer. I'm choosing Cutaway because I think this little guy might get washed a few times in its life, and I want to make sure that my design can stand the test of time. So that's why I'm choosing Cutaway. Certainly if you wanted to use Tearaway, you certainly can, but for me, I'm going to be using Cutaway. Next up is water-soluble stabilizer. This is a must for this project, and this is what we'll use on top of the cubby. Since the cubby is plush material, the stabilizer will act as a barrier on the belly so that the stitches don't sink down into the material. If you don't use the water-soluble stabilizer, I'm afraid your project won't be as great as you would want it to be. So water-soluble stabilizer is a must, and we'll use that as a topper. Next up on my list is a magnetic hoop. Now I'm using this hoop because I find it really simple to hoop this body of the stuffed animal. So it makes it really easy to hoop, and it keeps my material taut, which I want. So magnetic hoop is on my list. I'll be using the 5x5, which is a perfect size for the belly. The other item I'm going to be using is an optional item that you also can use, which is called a backer. And I'll show you how this works. It keeps your stabilizer down when you're stuffing the stuffed animal. So the backer is another optional accessory, and I find it really a lifesaver than using tape to secure that stabilizer while you're trying to hoop your stuffed animal. Next up is your thread. So it's going to depend on how many colors you want on your little stuffed animal, depending on the project that you're making, whether it's a birth block or a saying. Today, I'm going to be doing an applique, and I am choosing Glide 40 weight thread because, well, she's my favorite thread. I love the color, I love the sheen, and I love the strength of this thread. And well, let's face it, it's the only thread I use for any and all of my embroidery projects. Today, I've selected to do a really cute applique with the name Jack embroidered below. And in my applique, I've just got some coordinating fabrics that I'm using, which are navy blue, which ties back to that navy blue thread that I just showed you. If you do applique, you want to make sure that you line the backing with light heat and bond. Whenever I use applique on any of my embroidery projects, I always use light heat and bond. This will help prevent any fraying on your fabric when you're trimming away after the tack down. So if you're doing applique, make sure you've got your fabrics ready to go with light heat and bond. Next up is a marking tool. This is a friction pen. We have all sorts of colors. It evaporates with a little bit of heat, and you'll want a measuring tape. And I use this because I want to make sure that I measure my center point of my stuffed animal perfectly before I get ready to stitch her out. So make sure you've got a measuring tape and a friction pen or an embroidery sticker to note the center of your design. Last but not least are scissors. So again, depending on the project that you do, you want to choose the right scissors. We're going to be doing applique, so I've got these applique scissors that are leveled out to go over my hoop, so when I trim my fabric, I'll be able to do so right in my hoop. And I've got some fantastic embroidery scissors as well if I need to snip any threads away. So make sure you have your scissors ready to go. Since I am doing an applique on my little belly of my bear, I am also going to be using a little 505 temporary adhesive spray to hold down that fabric in place while we stitch down the placement stitch. So 505 is on my list for this project because I'm doing applique. So now let's start prepping our little adorable cubby bear for our project. Now the first thing you want to do is before you remove the pods, I want you to measure the height and the width to get that center point. So I'm going to take my measuring tape and I'm just going to measure from belly to belly, and it looks like that's about 6. And this looks like it's about 6. So I'm looking at 3 inches in, 3 inches in the middle. I'm going to come down here and do the same. So 3, and let me come back here and just look at my little guide here. So I'm going to do right there. This looks like my center point. So again, this is a friction pen, and so this will actually disappear with a little bit of heat. Stickers are fantastic. I just don't have them here with me. When I mark it, I'm going to double check and make sure that we are good. Now that we've measured our center point, now it's time to remove our pod. So again, you want to unzip the bottom and you want to go ahead and take out, I usually take out both pods, even though we're not embroidering on the head. I usually will take out both pods. So once you've taken those out, we're ready to hoop. All right, so now we're going to get ready to hoop our little monkey. And I've taken my magnetic hoop apart, and here's the base or the bottom of my magnetic hoop. I'm going to simply put my cutaway stabilizer right on top, and then I'm going to take my backing, which is an optional accessory from Mighty Hoops, and what I love about this is that it's going to hold my stabilizer in place while I'm hooping. Before I discovered this, I'd have to tape my stabilizer to the hoop to make sure that it didn't shift. So this I really like. Once you have everything hooped, you do need to remove this. This is not something that you want to embroider with this on, so you have to remember to remove this when you're done. We're gonna actually take our hoop and we're gonna insert him in the body. And so see what I mean, how it holds the stabilizer, which really is a game changer. So I'm gonna slide my hoop into the belly and position it just so. Now we're going to take our top hoop and clamp it down, and when she's down you can still reposition and make sure that everything is nice and taut. So now we have her hooped and we're going to take it over to the machine, but before we do, I want to actually show you exactly what I'm stitching. This J, which is applique, so I have 2 coordinating fabrics that I'm doing for the J and the bow, and then lastly we're going to stitch Jack right underneath. And if you know who this is for, drop your answer in the comments below. You might win a little prize, but but this is for somebody very, very special to Miss Gigi. So I mentioned that we're also using water soluble. I'm not going to actually hoop that right away because I want to actually do a tack down and get my fabric for the applique down first, and then we'll do the water soluble. So just want to let you guys know we don't need the water soluble right this second, but shortly we will. I almost forgot to mention we have to remove our backer that we added to our hoop. So there's that backer right there, and we just want to slide it towards you and simply remove it from, he's tucked underneath the neck, and simply remove it before you head over to that embroidery machine. You don't want to sew with this. So we have hooped our little monkey on the Juki Tajima SAI. She is a compact 8-needle power horse of a machine. We'll talk more about her in a little bit. Let's start up here. I've got my design loaded in, and I'm going to set up the design because our monkey is in backwards or upside down. I need to actually rotate my design. So let's get started and do that. I'm going to push set. I'm going to keep on tubular 1 since I am using a magnetic hoop. Here is where we're going to rotate our design, and I just want to flip it because if you look at the body of the design, I need the J to be backwards or upside down because the head is here. If you don't flip it, your J is going to be upside down. All right, so I've selected my thread to be the navy blue. I'm actually going to do navy blue for the entire project, both my tack down and my placement and all of my decorative stitches. I am using needle 1, so all of my sequences are navy thread. So I have everything hooped and ready to go. I think one last tip that I'll share with you is make sure that you're looking underneath your tubular arm. Make sure that the stuffed animal is underneath the arm because you don't want to sew on it. All right, so I'm going to press start, and the first thing we're going to do is it's going to lay down the tack down for my applique. Let's get started. All right, so we have our tack down stitch here, and don't worry about my little crosshair again. That's going to go away with a little bit of heat. Probably my bow is going to cover it anyway. Now I have my my fabric that I'm going to choose for the J. I'm going to just spray a little bit of 505 spray just to make sure that there's no movement when this is laying the placement stitch. All right, so I've put my fabric on my placement stitch. We've rehooped her, and now we're going to lay down our tack down. All right, so I did use navy blue, so it might be kind of hard to see, but this is our placement stitch. Now I'm going to take my applique scissors, and I'm actually going to trim all the way around my placement stitch as close as I can to the placement stitch without cutting that stitch. That would be kind of a mess if we did that, so take your time. So I've trimmed away my fabric, and now we're going to lay our second tack down, which is my little bow tie. All right, now I'm going to trim my thread and take this back over to my cutting table and lay down my complementary little stripes fabric for the bow tie. So we're back at the machine. I've got my fabric down, and we're just going to lay down our placement stitch for our little bow tie. All right, so I've trimmed away my little bow tie. We have all of our placement stitches ready to go, and the final really stitches left are all the decorative stitches and the name. And this is when you want to take your water soluble and lay on top of the belly again so those stitches don't sink down into the plush material. So I've got a piece here, and I'm just going to simply lay it over. And you can tape it if you want. I think that once I get my tack down stitches all the way around the J, it's going to hold it pretty much in place. So don't forget this step. It's an important step. Let's get back to finishing up this adorable little monkey. All right, so we have just finished our project, and before I unhoop this little monkey, I usually like to take the water-soluble stabilizer off, take as much as I can off. If you can't take all of it off, that's okay. It'll wash away with water, but usually with a decorative stitch like this, it's pretty easy to remove, just like I'm doing. Now I'm just going to take my tweezers and take the water-soluble off in between the J. All right, so I have removed my stabilizer, and now I'm simply going to take my hoop off my project. Alrighty, so now I'm going to simply just trim around my J as close as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect because again, it's inside the belly, but I'm going to go ahead and trim that away now. Alright, so now we're ready to put our pods back in. I'm going to start with the smallest pod. It's going to go in the head, so I'm just going to stuff this little guy back up again. And that's one thing I love about these cubbies, is that it really is an embroidery friendly project because of these little pods. Who is ready for the final review? Here we go, little Mr. Monkey. Look at that. It's precious. A little person is going to want to carry this around everywhere they go. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did. I'm here to bring ideas like this to you so that you can make these fun goodies at home for your little people. Tell me what you think about this project in the comments below. This machine can handle this and so much more. If you want to learn more about the Juki Tajima SAI, we'll link a link in the description below on what I like to say, my top 10 favorite things about this machine. And after you watch it, if you have questions and you're thinking about an embroidery machine, give me a call at 813-661-9000, and I am here to answer any and all of your questions. We are a family-owned business right here in the greater Tampa Bay area, and we like to say we're known for matchmakers. We like to match the machine that's perfect for your needs. Shipping is free, and we are here for you. And the best part is, when you choose us as a dealer, you have us for your entire sewing journey. No matter your questions, maybe some help, or even that service, that's what we're here for. If you like this video, subscribe, like, and ring that bell so that you're alerted to other videos that we drop every single week. And if you make this little guy, tag us at Juki Junkies on Facebook or Instagram. I want to see your little stuffed animals, your little cubbies. Until then, I can't wait to see what you're stitching.